let's get into the big topic of open source, something that we actually say
we haven't.
This is so
we
awesome.
are an open culture that believes
actually
in
a big piece of
What is that process that a developer, or let's say
as the Kubernetes ecosystem really boomed.
All right, and we are live. Welcome, everyone, to another exciting episode of GitOps Guide to the Galaxy. I'll be your captain here. Christian Hernandez, technical marketing here at Red Hat. And with me, I have a special co-captain today here with me. Very, very excited to have Hannah here from Codefresh. Hannah, have your introduce yourself, give
Sure.
like the usual spiel, right? Like, where we can like and subscribe, what you're doing at Codefresh, your title, all that cool stuff.
Thanks. I'm Hannah Seligson, and I'm a developer advocate over at Codefresh. Codefresh is essentially a continuous delivery platform, and we're all about Argo and GitOps, so I'm really excited to be here. But before being a DA, I was actually a .NET developer for a really long time.
Oh, wow.
So GitOps is like, when I think of ways that we could have improved our processes when I was a developer, I'm like, oh, geez, okay. But yeah, so that's essentially a little bit about me. But I'm excited to talk about Argo CD Autopilot with you guys, do a demo, and talk about all things GitOps. So yeah.
Wow. So so .NET. So that's a big pivot, right? I'm telling you right now, that's a big pivot, right? You
Yep.
are, going from .NET. For those who don't know .NET, right? Like you're talking about like a monolith, like on a
Yeah,
single server, and like I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
imagine you like being dumped in this world now, where it's like, all right, I'm gonna do GitOps, and it's like, whoa, this is completely different.
Yep,
from what
it
I've
is.
seen.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. So but I'm excited, and I feel like, so admittedly, a lot of the things I like to talk about are beginner stuff, but
Mhm.
there's always room for that. And yeah, it's so funny because now everything that I get to work on, I'm like, oh, I got to tell like my friends who are still stuck in
Yeah.
.NET and typing in C#, like, let's talk about this. Let's talk about infrastructure. And they're like, what's Kubernetes? So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's this thing where it's like, when do you stop doing like kind of like beginner stuff? And it's like you never really do, because it's like not everyone
Mhm.
knows what
True.
you're doing. Yeah. So it's really cool. So yeah. So excited to have you here. Excited to talk about Autopilot, right? Which is like a project of Tiger says yes. What is Kubernetes? Tiger the intern, you'll always be the intern to me. So just a few things real quick, kind of top of mind topics here, kind of like what Andrew does. Argo CD version 2.3 is it's out. So 2.3 is out. Big release, by the way, because it includes application sets and Argo CD notifications, right? And so, which is kind of cool. Like they included that part of the product because like I use them both a lot as part of Argo CD. Like I don't no longer have to like start loading things in. I'm gonna do an episode maybe one day on Argo notifications because it's actually a really cool project. So I've been playing with that and it's really cool. So check that out. Actually, let me put that link. I had the link up and I closed it without sharing it, which was kind of weird for me. But let me put that in the chat for you guys to check out the blog. Talking about Argo CD version 2.3. Can you read all about it? KubeCon schedule is out, which is really exciting. Hannah, I don't know about you, but my talk didn't get accepted. Yeah, it's very few.
No.
I like unfortunately
Womp womp.
not, right? Well, I think we're in good company, right? Because a lot of people's talks didn't get accepted.
It's true. Yeah.
It's a hard, right? It's a hard thing.
It is.
But I'll still be there, right? I'll still be at KubeCon in EU. And so the let me drop where's the KubeCon schedule? Yeah. Oh, I already did. All right, cool. I'm like, did I drop that in the chat? Yes, I did. So I'll be there. So for those who will be there, you can wave me down. I'll be at GitOpsCon as well. So that's all it's all cool. You know, if you're going to be at GitOps, if you're going to be at KubeCon, I'll tell you, everyone, right? Like, you need to be at GitOpsCon as well, right? So
Yeah.
if I see you at KubeCon, but if I didn't see you at GitOpsCon, I'm gonna have a conversation with you. And so
That's where we actually met. We met at GitOpsCon.
that's right, we did. We met at GitOpsCon here.
Yeah.
I point here because that's where the convention center is here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I live here in Los Angeles. So yes, yeah. So, and this is actually where I got that shirt.
Yep. We were almost twins. Almost.
Yeah, almost twins. So yeah. So be there. Maybe you'll get another shirt. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
There's shirts galore. Dan still owes me a hoodie, by the way. I don't know.
Does it? Okay. Those are nice
still me-
hoodies. I should have worn
Yeah,
that. It's just
I'm
warm,
gonna tell you.
but yeah.
If he's watching, you still owe me a hoodie. Dan. And so yeah. So the schedule's out, so go ahead and check that out. The schedule's out, so see what you can see, what you can't see. We're still working on the GitOpsCon schedule, so that will I'm part of the programming committee there. We're almost done. That'll be out pretty soon, and so take a look for that. So yeah. So anyways, Waleed, he says there's the rejects conference. I hope they're doing that again, right? That's always really cool to go see, like, hey, I want to be part of the losers. That's really cool. But
There's a community for everybody. Yeah.
That's right, exactly. There's a community for everyone, right? I mean, if it's we'll be in good company at least, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And so without further ado, let's talk about Argo CD Autopilot, right? And so let's dive right in, right? Let's
Okay.
and for those who are in the chat, feel free to drop questions in the chat. And also, just like always, like, subscribe, share, all that cool stuff. So Hannah, talk about Argo CD Autopilot.
You got it. So Argo CD Autopilot, it's still a fairly new project. It's part of the Argo project, Argo Labs. So if you actually head on over to, if you just look at their GitHub, you can actually access that. And what I'm going to be doing today is telling you a little bit about Argo CD Autopilot, but I'm also going to be doing a live demo as far as how to use it, and I'm going to be showcasing you how to use multiple clusters, how to use, how to create an application, have multiple environments, and then we're actually going to make a small change and promote that change from staging to production and show you what that looks like. So I guess just to start off, a little bit about Argo CD Autopilot. I like to call it like the Kickstarter for GitOps deployments, because like I said, being a prior .NET dev, I think whenever it comes to like changing a deployment process, it's pretty intimidating. It's a little daunting. And so I think that's why Autopilot is so helpful. It was actually, believe it or not, it was actually developed by the Codefresh engineering team. They were the ones who started this idea. And what it is it's essentially a bootstrap that creates a directory and its structure so that you can actually manage all of your Argo CD applications using GitOps. So starting from your repository. And it just gives you a really simple pattern on how to like make updates to your application, how to promote changes. And it just makes life a little bit easier when you're managing multiple environments with multiple clusters.
Yeah, I imagine like coming from .NET, right? You like, it's like, hey, we have something better. Instead of touching one things, you get to touch 100 things, and you're like, how is that even better? Like, how is managing deployments that way better? So so that's why there's like projects like Autopilot to kind of help ease, not have to know, all the little bits and pieces that you need to touch.
Yeah, because I think GitOps as a just a whole sometimes seems more intimidating than it really is. And so for me, I think GitOps, and I'm not going to explain too much about what it is, because I feel like if you're here, you probably have a good idea of what GitOps is. But for those who don't and are just like want to start deploying using Argo CD, and then are managing, like I said, multiple environments with different clusters, this is a good solution. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and I'm going to just kind of walk you through a basic install with the Bootstrap. We're going to create an application. I'm going to create 2 Argo instances, one for staging and one for production. And then what's cool is I'm actually going to be using an OpenShift cluster for our production environment. So Christian helped me out with that.
Yeah. Which we like here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know. So yeah, so I'm excited to show you guys that, and now we'll just kind of dive into my terminal. And then those of you who, like I mentioned before, Argo CD Autopilot is part of the Argo Proj Labs. It's got a very simple overview as far as installing the CLI. And then once you get the CLI installed, what your first step will be is the way that Autopilot speaks to your repository is you're going to get a personal access token from your GitHub account. So you simply just go to your GitHub account, go to your settings, developer settings, and then you essentially are just going to export that token. And then, so I've already done that. And then what you're also going to do is, what's interesting about Autopilot as well, you have the option to use an existing application that already exists within your GitHub repository, but it'll also actually create one for you, but the only catch is it's just private. But it's nice that it kind of just takes at least that stress away from you as well. So if you're just getting started, it's pretty simple. Okay, so I've already, like I said, exported my token. I also exported this repo, and now we're going to actually go straight into this Bootstrap. Oh gosh, sorry, everything got really big before we got on, so.
Yes, no worries. There we go.
All right, and so I'm already on my OpenShift cluster. And so as you can see, it's actually newing up Argo CD. And it's something I wanted to show you guys while this is doing that. Within the project itself, it has these 2 resources, right? Because I saw someone had even asked a question before, like, well, do I have the choice with Argo CD or Autopilot? Argo CD is incorporated into Autopilot. So you're actually able to install Argo CD from your Git repository. So it has these 2 resources, which, like I said, it's installing Argo CD, and it's also installing application sets. So that was really cool to me, because I was like, how is it doing this? Okay,
Yeah,
it's Bootstrap. Yeah. So we're still going to wait for this while it's still going. But just to kind of give you a little overview of what it is, it's creating my namespace. It's referencing this repository. And it's just installing essentially the application or the project and the directory structure. So we'll look at that. Hopefully that'll happen soon. There we go.
Right, Bootstrap application. So this is essentially kind of takes the guesswork out of how to get started, right? So like for those who are always there's people always asking me how to get started with like Argo CD, and it's really the Autopilot is like a really good way to kind of just get started and like just get everything that you need all in one place. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. So what we can do now is, what it does is it provides a port forward command and then a password. So now we can access the Argo CD UI. So I'm going to do that right now. Oops.
Oh, so Daniel's on. By the way, for those who don't know, Daniel is from Acuity, so another big Argo user. He's on the, so he's waving. I'm waving back. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for joining us. Cool.
Oh, I think because, okay, let's see. I think because I'm, Let's see. Gonna move.
Is it not forwarding the port?
Yeah, error from server. Oh, I just didn't want to do it in this terminal. Let's see.
Oh, I wonder if you're not logged in the other session, maybe.
Yeah, essentially. Here, sorry about that, guys.
Oh, no worries. Everyone here loves a good debugging.
Right?
Everyone here loves
Like,
a good.
I knew it'd be some hiccup. So admittedly, guys, thanks.
Yeah.
This is my first live demo that I've ever done. So it's essentially, it doesn't surprise me that I'm like, oh no, okay, great.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, looks Gnome Gal said maybe
Yeah,
your current
Gnome.
context. Yeah, maybe I was gonna say it looks like a Codefresh person. Maybe
Is
your
it? Yep.
your current context on the new terminal is different in Kate's cluster than the one you installed on. Maybe.
Correct. He's right. Gnome, you're right. Thanks, Gnome. But let's see. So this is my OpenShift cluster. Let's see.
Live stream. So Tiger says live stream driven deployment. I like that. No pressure.
Yeah,
right?
right?
Like you feel you're sweating right now. Like no, it's fine.
I know.
So that context needs to change so you can port forward.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
I think so.
Crossing fingers.
I know. Okay. Oops.
Let me see here. Waleed. Yeah. Oh, Waleed is talking about the flamingo, which is I would want to get I'm gonna butcher this name.
Oops.
Chenwit on a stream. I wanna hear more about that. Which is a Flux subsystem for Argo, which is kind of I think first of its kind. So that'd be cool to have him. I'll reach out to him. Oh, here we go. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe. Refresh. There we go. Oh, that's what we want to see. All right.
So I'm going to put in my admin as my username. And then it already provides me my password in plain text. So I'll go over here. All righty.
Oh, look at that. You already have stuff going on.
Yeah. So essentially, this is what's so cool, I think, about Autopilot is that it really does just take a lot of the work out from you. I don't know. I feel like if anybody has ever gone through the Argo CD Getting Started guide and you're a newbie, right? Sometimes it can be a little confusing, or you're just not sure how to get started. And I just think it really is just such a good foundation and a base for people who want to start deploying using GitOps. Okay.
Yeah, I feel and I also like that's like good and bad, right? So it's bad because it's like when you are trying to get started, it could be a little frustrating, but it's like kind of like the design of kind of Argo in a way, right? Because like it's like that's how like it's like you and I were laughing about like the quote I did for like Argo CD is kind of like kind of purposely dumb, like, but I mean like in a good way. It's like it's purposely dumb. Yeah, it's like it's like how do I do this? Well, you're gonna have to build it. How are you gonna do this? Well, you're gonna have to build it. It's so which is why projects like this exist, right? Like so Autopilot tries to help you along your way.
Yep, exactly. So now what we're going to do, we're going to actually create a Argo CD project for our production. And so what a project is, you can think of it essentially as an environment. So what we're going to do is we're now creating this prod environment. And this is going to be our instance of Argo CD that will essentially be like a default destination. And you'll be able to see this in action once we actually get to the staging part. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to install an application to prod. over here. And let me know if here, things are so big, so I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're doing here in this command is we're creating an application. I'm actually going to reference the example that they have within the Autopilot project, and then I'm assigning it as prod. So we're just specifying that for this. Okay.
That's pretty cool. It's just
Yeah.
literally, you just hit enter and it did it. Nice.
Yeah, and what's also really cool about it is that by us specifying this as prod, we're specifying our repo and where our application manifests are as well, by pointing it to our GitHub, and like I had mentioned, that demo app from the Argo project that you can use and spin up just to get familiar with this. And then also what we're going to do next, and I should note, within this repository, I'll show you that in a minute. It has already a manifest and it's using Customize. So if you're not familiar with Customize, it's similar to Helm. It's got a little bit more flexibility, and it essentially provides a base and an overlay. And that's actually how we'll be making our changes across the different environments. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a Argo instance for staging. So
yeah, I'd be curious to see that repo when you show it in a little bit, because
Mhm.
that's really awesome. It takes a lot of the guesswork on trying to like create bases and overlays for your environment. It's just like,
Right.
if this tool just did it for me, fantastic, right? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
less thing I have to think about. It's like, no, it just does it for me, because it could get kind of confusing trying to
No, it can. It
set up your
can.
bases
And
and your overlays.
yeah, and I remember I actually oh, hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna delete. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Control C.
I know.
Yeah.
So something I wanted to mention, with Customize especially, I think so with Autopilot right now it supports manifests for Customize and just plain manifests. I think in the future they are hoping to also support Helm templates, so Helm charts. And I think there's currently an issue for that within the project itself. So if someone is eager to contribute to that, or it also is like, hey, like, yeah, I'm a home user, I want to use this, what can I do to help out? I'm sure the engineers would love that. And so also, now that we're starting for staging, the reason I canceled that was because it's like, oh crap, like I don't want to put this on my production cluster. We want to use a staging cluster. So I've just kind of newed up just a plain Kubernetes cluster, nothing really fancy to it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paste that command that I had before, and we're going to create the staging project. And something to note about this, whoops. I keep doing this. I apologize. You can tell that I was testing this, and
Yeah.
I was not specifying specific things. But something that is really cool about this ability is that I'm actually able to include a port forward. So it's going to forward to the same namespace as Argo CD, so that I can actually use the kube context for the staging cluster, and the port forward command basically tells
Oh.
that cluster how to connect and deploy. So let's see. So we're going to use just a Docker desktop. All right. So like I had mentioned.
Okay,
The
port forward, there
CD.
it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's see. Git token repo not set. Oh. This is. It's another context issue. Let's see.
kubectl context. Let's see if anyone can help us out here. Like if anyone can do that from memory, I'm always impressed, right? I always have to type it out myself.
What is it? Current.
I think it's
context.
context. I always have to tab through it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops.
Current context, I think.
Yeah. Config current context. Yeah, Docker desktop. But I wonder, Christian, you might be actually able to answer this question for me. So when I was using an OpenShift cluster, I noticed that when I wasn't able, and I want to preface this, I am still a newbie, so using a terminal is still new to me. But I guess I'm curious with this OpenShift cluster, I'm able to access it locally, but I'm having trouble within the same terminal accessing my other contexts. And so, because when I, for example, in here, kubectl or kubectl config contexts, I'm only able to view my OpenShift, but I do in fact obviously have other.
Yeah. I wonder if you do an echo of $sign kubeconfig. I wonder if you're just using different kubeconfig files.
Maybe.
Capital cube, all caps. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cube, and then I think it's underscore.
No underscore. It's just kubeconfig.
Okay.
Without the underscore.
Gotcha.
If you echo that, what does that give you? And I would do that in each terminal and see if they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your OpenShift.
Yep.
That's the one that's using, and I bet you the other one is using another file.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's see. If
anyone, well, so like you could log in, I guess, I was gonna say, if anyone has a fancy JQ to merge these two files, I'll give you a free T-shirt if you can figure that out. But
I can actually do this pretty quickly if
you could do an OC login on the Docker desktop one.
That's
right. So
true.
if you just do an OC login of whatever you're gonna have to. Yeah, so like you just need to change that API example.
Yeah.
Part.
Let's see.
If you go up to the window above you, if you do an OC, what was it? OC status or OC? Do status. It should tell you. Yeah, that's the API right there.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, Tiger says I just cat the file and paste it into. I'm like, yeah, but that's not as cool. Yeah, that's not as cool, right? Like you gotta show your geek cred.
Yeah. That's funny. Admin. Oops. All right.
And then you're gonna need your kubeadmin password somewhere.
Give me one moment.
Oh, interesting.
If
you want to try, Waleed said that you can specify different kubeconfig files.
Oh.
If you export. I never tried that. That is.
I haven't either. That's a good idea though.
If that works, then you get a T-shirt, Waleed. That's good to hear. Although shipping to you, Waleed, is very expensive. Just to let you know.
Where?
he's I think he's in Saudi Arabia, I believe. Correct me when I'm wrong, Waleed. But we try to send him.
That's far.
Socks ones, and that was really expensive.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Saudi Arabia. Okay, so yeah, if you can.
Yes.
Virtual T-shirt. He says virtual T-shirt. We'll figure out a virtual T-shirt.
Okay. Let's see. Try. Then something. Server. But any data. Okay. We're just doing a demo. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah. Now, if you do the context.
Okay.
Right? Like Q get or whatever that.
Yeah.
Get context. Yeah, it should show it.
There we
Look at
go.
you.
Okay.
There we go.
Woo!
Just-
Now you can see all
whoa.
my clusters. Sorry, there's
so
a
many
lot.
clusters. Look at
I
that.
know. Don't judge me. I was judged
Wow, look
by
at that.
my colleagues. It was so funny.
There's like
All
so many
right.
clusters out there.
There really are. Okay. So, apologies. Nope. And
So
then
now it's
let's
kubectfig
use
set context, right? Or use context. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
use.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you everyone for your help.
Yeah, look at that. It's a community. Like we
It really is. I love it.
we all did it. You know, we all took apart.
We really did. Okay. Now, oops. And I was worried that this demo would be too short.
Oh, there you go.
Apparently not. Okay. All right. Okay. Well,
Get token.
Yeah. I have a feeling that, let's see.
I need to export Git or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Let's see.
We all promise to close our eyes. Ready? All right, everyone.
No.
You do it. You could take it off window. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny when one of our engineers is giving me some tips. So I was just looking. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's
see, add terminal. You need to do it to config. Okay, I see. Okay. Well, I'm tempted to. I don't want to start from scratch, but let's see if I could do this quickly. Okay, I'm gonna export my token. Okay. And we're going to export the repo. Woohoo!
all right.
Okay,
Waleed, by the way, I'm testing your config out here in a separate window. So I want to prove out his theory here.
Let's see. Oh no, I did get an error. Okay. Cannot find pod with selector. That makes sense. Okay. Let's see. So, I'm tempted to do this to start over.
Yeah, you scorch the earth.
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's also a good way to. That's also a good thing to show, right? Like show users. Okay, well, let me start over. Like, how do you scorch?
Yeah,
the earth?
yeah. I guess I can. I mean, I can now. I think I know what the problem is. So if everybody would be okay with that, I can try to do this really quickly. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I'm going to X out of this, and let's see. Let's go to my repository. Let's go refresh. Okay, so it did create the demo app. And what's nice about this is that, like I mentioned, it has your app, and then it also includes your base and your overlay. So we've only, as far as the instructions that I've shared with you, we've only created the overlay for prod. But once I am able to scratch this and start over again, you'll see both overlays for prod and staging. And then we'll make a change and promote that, and we'll get it done. So give me 1 second. I'm going to delete this or I could just create a new repository. Okay.
Well, I think that's one of the things I read about autopilot. You can either create a new repository or just point to an existing one, right? It'll take that. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Okay. I am going to use the and of course, let's see, let's make this a little bit smaller just so I can be quick. Okay. Oops. Okay. Use context. Okay. See,
Yeah. Someone said, by the way, it works. His export thing works, which I thought was crazy. Today I learned something today. So it's always a two-way street here, right? In this stream, right?
I know.
It is. I learned something, and I think it's really cool. And when we get off, I'm gonna tell everyone on the Slack channel here at Red Hat. I'm like, look, did you guys know this?
I know.
I'm gonna look like a dork. Anyways, and also yes, Waleed earned an NFT virtual T-shirt. So well, I'll try to get it to you somehow. We're Red Hat. We're working on actually some cool T-shirts for KubeCon. So I won't forget about you, Waleed. I'm a man of my word.
All right. So, and then let's see. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to delete my namespace Argo CD from the OpenShift cluster. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start over again and go through the same steps that I already went through with all of you. And then now that I've got, I was actually a little worried about this terminal problem. I was like, I don't know. But to say the least, I think we'll be able to get something up and running before this session ends. So if I'm quiet for a second, I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you gotta
see,
figure things out.
I should have done a recording. I almost did that last night just to be safe. And I was like, no, it'll be fine. No biggie.
Yeah, I've back before, back when we used to travel, back pre-COVID, that was like one of the things that we'd always tell each other, right? Like for those who are presenting, is like, make sure you have a recording before. So, because also internet access. I don't know if everyone there remembers internet access for conferences, absolutely terrible. So,
okay. Let's see. Actually, I feel like, Christian, you're never going to invite me on here again. I was thinking, I was like, oh, geez. Like, great first impression.
It's fine. Actually, I embrace breakage because a lot of the times, so and this is like feedback that I've heard like over the years, is like a lot of the times like they end users, people who are consuming like content, they're always like, it always seems so perfect in the demo, but like when I try to do something, things are always breaking. And like it kind of I got in the feedback before, it's like it kind of makes me feel like I'm dumb, and it's like no, like
No.
we're dumb off camera a lot of the times. And so, which is why I like this format on Twitch streaming. It's like I don't mind being dumb on camera. Like I've broken stuff many times. I've actually done multiple streams until I get it right.
Yeah.
So it's which is why I like the Twitch format, right? It's like, fine, let's show all the ugly parts. It makes people feel like, okay, like maybe not getting it right away is all right.
Yeah, it's true. And I think for me, I get a little bit of stage fright because I'm like, oh, it has to be perfect. But ultimately, it never really is. And
It
that's
never
okay.
is. Yeah. And then that's okay. Yeah. Like I rarely get things right the first time, right? We shouldn't make it seem, which is why I'm like very anti-webinar. It's like, because webinar is always like,
You did mention
perfect.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's perfect. It's like, well, maybe not all the time. People like seeing humanity, right? It's like,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. So let's see. I am just finishing. Okay, there we go. Namespace. Voila. Okay, great. We had a clean cluster.
All right.
Okay, now I'm going to quickly try to start over and export the token again, and as well as the repository. Don't worry, I'll share my screen soon.
Well, I mean, you're exporting tokens and all that. That's also another worry. That's happened. That's happened to me a few times where I was like, well, I got to delete that token now. I showed everyone live.
I know. Oh gosh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
And the important security, it's important.
Yeah, security is important, right? Yes, that's absolutely true. I remember even so. I think everyone. I always tell this story, and I hope he doesn't mind that I always tell this story. But everyone knows Stephen Augustus, right? From the CNCF, working at Cisco now. He was doing a stream on, I guess at that point it was Heptio, TGIK, where he tried like the whole stream. He tried to like not show his token, and like at the very end, like he did something and like it showed all his tokens.
Oh no!
I messaged him privately. I'm like, oh well, now you have to rotate all those.
Poor guy.
So it happens to the best of us. Yes,
it does. Okay, are we? I think we're making progress. Cool. Okay. Okay. Oops. There we go.
All right.
All right. Let me make this bigger for you guys.
Yeah, you'd make it a little bigger. Maybe expand the screen maybe a little bit. Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, there we go. Cool. You probably have one of those ultra wide screens, I would imagine.
I do.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm like, so it's probably smaller on your end.
Yeah. It's probably huge for you, but for us, it's
It is. Yeah. So I'm like, you let me know. Okay. Now let's do another port forward. Okay. We've got that. Beautiful. Okay. We're going to take our password. So I'm not showing you guys anything new.
8080, there it is.
Oh, wait. There we go. Beautiful. Admin as our username. And I'm going to paste the password from the terminal. I'm going to sign in. Okay.
All right. So it's still doing its thing here.
Still doing its thing. Okay. 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 Okay.
So yeah, so this is interesting. So I have a question here, right? So
Yeah, please.
There's this process here called root. What is root?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's click on this. Oh no. Okay.
Trying to do something now. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, well, root is essentially it's your root application, which I feel like is a given, but I
Oh, okay.
in
I see. It has like an application set in an app
right.
project. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a it manages all these little things, right? Like application set, application project. Gotcha.
And I think I'm hopefully, let's see.
Yeah, let's look at the errors. Yeah, if you want to check out the errors, we can check out the errors together. Yeah, we can do that.
Demo app, Red Hat. Okay, created this. Just wanted to make sure.
Make sure all the good stuff's there.
Yeah. Let's go back to our application dashboard. We are missing something.
Yeah, what does the error say on root? What is I'm curious now.
See.
Now I'm invested. Now like I'm all in.
I know.
Oh, it looks like it's waiting for some sort of
deletion error timeout.
So TCP, it looks like it's waiting for some what do you call it? Service to come up or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running, syncing. Let's see.
Yeah, let's take a look at the. Is there any pods that are erroring out?
Good question. Okay. Okay.
Oh, so I have a question. Did you bootstrap the wrong context?
No. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. No, I did not.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I see it right there. Default OpenShift.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. kubectl. Get. Running. Okay. But we want to.
They do a -A, right? Get or capital A, right? Get pods -capital A. Do we have any errors there? It's waiting.
Man, I really want to get this working before.
Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I'm rooting for you. Here we go. Okay, so we are. All right, there we go. All right, so that looks good. Everything's running.
Yeah.
Something.
Argo CD, my application set, my controller, the server. Maybe it is the cluster resources.
Yeah, maybe it is an issue with that.
Maybe. Yeah.
Bootstrap. So Bootstrap's continue. So maybe Bootstrap isn't finished. That application.
I didn't get any errors when it was bootstrapping.
Yeah, because it says it checks it, right? Like
right. Let's see. Well. Namespace. I wish I had a solution off the top of my head. Let's see if I do. Not.
Yeah, there was a warning at the end. This Waleed said there was a warning at the end. So is that?
Oh, I think what happened was I installed Autopilot while the previous installation was still being deleted.
Finalizers. Always.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I thought I deleted those. Oh no. Yeah, I think we've actually had a discussion about finalizers.
Yeah. All of this.
Okay.
Finalizers always, for those who don't know, we all hate finalizers.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
they're good for what they do, but when they get in the way, it's really
right.
tough to get around. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay.
We'll say,
Well,
well, now this means now we have to have you come on again.
I know.
I mean, now that's just, I think this was your plan the whole time. It's like, how can I get back on again? Let me.
Well, now I'm determined. Everybody who attended,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I wasted time, but like
No,
now I
that's-
just want to create a video and be like, okay, this is how it
Yeah.
should be. Like this
This
is
is
what's
how it
supposed
should
to
be, yeah.
happen. Yeah, because oh my goodness. Yeah, and so yeah. I definitely, yeah.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries. No worries. And you did want to talk about a few things, right?
oh,
So
I did.
yeah, so I do want to, I don't want to push
Yeah.
you in any direction, but I just
No,
want to
no,
give
no, no,
you
no.
warning that like I give you your time, right? So
Yeah, I'm like, you guys have already sat here, waiting for me to troubleshoot. I won't make you do it again. But something that I did want to mention is the open source team at Codefresh, we've launched a GitOps fundamentals course. So if you're joining us and you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, like, I don't even know where to begin. This is a course that's free. You can sign up for it and you also can receive a certificate for completion. But it really does highlight essentially just the basics with GitOps, and it also provides a really nice introduction to Argo CD. So if you haven't tried this yet, I definitely suggest it. And I also wanted to share that right now, our team, we're currently working on a second course, and this is going to be a little bit more of like an intermediate level. So it's going to be a step above just the basics, and we're hoping to include things that are applied to scalability, such as like Git repository creation strategies, promoting releases across environments, advanced declarative setups, and app sets, apps of apps, and I think Argo workflows, because I think there's a
that's
huge,
really cool.
yeah, a huge need for that. And even myself, I've definitely taken some courses on workflows, and I try to work with it as much as I can, but there's still a lot I don't know, and I think there's a lot that people want to learn more about. So I'm excited to share that with everybody, and we're hoping to have that probably within Q2. And if for anybody who's not like familiar with quarters, probably within the next couple months. So I'm really excited about that, because that's fully created by the Codefresh team, and we just essentially want to give back to the community, and we want to just help everybody get on board when it comes to GitOps, and especially with Argo, because it really can just make your entire, whether you're using it for, like I said, your workflows, or your deployments, I think it can really benefit you and your organization. So
Yeah.
so yeah, and also just any kind of project you're working on the side. I think it's fun to learn. So yeah.
Which is really cool. So so first and foremost, Waleed said +1 for the course. Gone through it. It's fantastic. I agree. I told Hannah, I slacked her. I told her this is a fantastic course. Everyone actually, some of the new engineers that we hired for OpenShift GitOps, which is we use Argo CD on the back end. They said like, oh, this course is amazing. So like it's really great to like a getting started course. Is it still free? So Dan has always threatened that it won't always be free.
It is.
So it's still free. Okay, so
Yes.
get on it before Dan changes his mind. He keeps threatening that it's not going to be free for long.
Yeah.
So
And if
register.
yeah. So please, yeah, definitely register. And also, just like if you want, I'm on the CNCF Slack. You can find me under Hannah Seligson, or you can tweet at me, Tech with Hannah, because I'm always want to like, I always want to know what you guys want to learn. I always want to know, where is there like a gap? What can we contribute? What can we help with? So yeah, just feel free to ping me.
Yeah, and also I'm always on the same boat, right? It's like, we build these things, right? Like we as
Yeah.
advocates, we as as experienced engineers, like we hope you like it, but we love that feedback, right? I don't know about you, Hannah. I love the feedback, good, bad,
Yeah.
ugly,
Yeah.
all of it. We just give it all of it because ultimately we just want to build for you guys. So
Yeah.
so definitely check that out. Check out the certifications, right? We dropped the link in chat. Reach out to us, any one of us, right? Anyone at Codefresh, myself, I can give you the link directly. Yes, Dan said my shirt is awesome. Because this is the one you guys gave me. So I
Yep.
am topical here with this t-shirt. So cool. So
Yeah.
anything else you want to cover?
No, thank you. And I'm sorry I couldn't get it working for you guys, but I will. Like, please hold me to that, because I would like to share this with you and just get it working.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
this means that you have to come back on, and
I
next time
know.
maybe we'll coordinate with our shirt.
Yes, we will be matching twins.
We'll be matching twins. Cool. So thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining. Remember, I'll be at KubeCon. So Hannah may or may not.
I might.
So
We'll see.
we'll see, right? And so next time, I'm actually taking some PTO. So it'll be a little bit before we come back on, but I have some cool guests lined up and some cool hacking sessions with like Argo events, Argo image updaters. So we'll be back in April 7th. So I guess, with that, everyone, stay safe out there. And as I always say, if it's not in Git, it's only a rumor. So bye, everyone. Cheers.